So I almost forgot to get off the light rail back there because I'm not used to getting off here. This is Exchange Place, which is where I need to get off today to get where I'm going. I'm used to going all the way to Hoboken on the light rail. And so today there's an event where the Kenya flag will be raised near Wall Street. And so that's what I'm heading for. So I've just gotten off the light rail. Then I'll take the path that'll take me to World Trade Center, and then I'll take a subway train. So looking forward to it. I don't totally understand how this was arranged, but I know that as far as the Kenya flag being raised in New York City, but it has to do with Madaraka Day. Madaraka Day is a holiday in Kenya that commemorates internal self-rule in Kenya. So that's on June 1st in Kenya. It's on June 1st. But you know, it's being held here, not on a June 1st. But that's pretty cool. It's being held at all in New York City. Alright, here we are. It's a long time since I was last at this station. It's really impressive. World Trade Center. It was rebuilt after the 9/11 attacks. I myself don't know what it looked like before that. At the time of 9/11, I was not here in New York. I was in Nairobi. And prior to that, the last time I had been in New York was ages earlier. But anyway, they rebuilt this. It's really modern, really swanky. It's got a lot of high-end stores. And it is also a major transportation hub. I guess it already was, you know, so it still is. So you have the PATH train, and you have the subway system, and it's even right ahead. You can see there's a sign for the subway. The AC23JZ 45R and W trains, or others might say Z rather than Z. So I don't have time to walk around the place because I'm trying to get to my event in good time, because I don't know the ins and outs of the event. So I want to make sure I get there early, in good time, and I don't know what it's going to be like in terms of seating or any of that. So I just want to get there on time. But you know, there are some nice stores here. This one is John Varvatos. Never heard of that one before. Then there's Boss. I've heard of that. It says there's a sale. There always seems to be a sale somewhere. Stuart Weitzman. It looks like they do shoes, ladies' shoes. And then there's Venus et Fleur. And that's just a small sampling. And so, you know, there's way more. You know, over on the other side you can see more stores. But right now, it's not about shopping, so I will proceed towards the number 5 train. And then I'll take that train to Bowling Green. Thank you. All right, let's see. The number 5 train. All right. So this sign indicates that 5 train is in this direction. All right, here we are. Let me get my Metro card. Good. So this is the platform for the number 5 train downtown and Brooklyn. Now I don't take the subway much. There you go, 4-5 downtown and Brooklyn. Now to figure out where to go. It's so much nicer being in a station that I'm familiar with. In this case, I'm not familiar with Bowling Green. No problem though, it's not too complicated. It's not rocket science, as they say. So just figure out the way out, get onto the street. All the staircases I see are leading downwards, not trying to go up. Okay, I see a staircase that leads upwards. I think that's the staircase I need. I think this is where they have the ferry to Staten Island. Yeah, looks like it. Which is not where we're going today. So this, of course, then is a big tourist spot. Yeah. You have Statue City Cruises, the Statue of Liberty, and Ellis Island. Let me go look out of curiosity. See, they're calling this Castle Clinton. Castle Clinton? And this falls under the National Park Service. You know what, let me check out Castle Clinton. Never heard of it before. Nice. Okay. All right, so you got to get the tickets. Nothing's for free, right? Okay. So that's as much as I'll see for now then. Let me go look for the Madaraka Day event. That is officially what I'm here for today. So this is the financial district in Manhattan. So you have Wall Street nearby here, and it's all the different buildings and institutions that make up the financial district. So I think for now I'll just walk around and look, and then if that does not help, I'll take out my map. Now, they just said the event is at Bowling Green, so they didn't actually say what corner of or what section of Bowling Green. Now, what does this say here? The immigrants, dedicated to the people of all nations who entered America through Castle Garden, in memory of Samuel Rudin, 1896 to 1975, whose parents arrived in America in 1883. All right, so this is dedicated to immigrants. So the United States of America is a country of immigrants. Like I've said before, and I'll keep saying it because this is my understanding and this is my position, the land, let me put it this way. The indigenous people are the original inhabitants. Those who came later. So whether they are referred to as settlers, immigrants, expatriates, foreign students, and I don't say that in a hostile way, that's just the reality of history, that the indigenous people were the original inhabitants. People came later to conquer. People moved from Europe because they wanted freedom to practice their faiths. All those people came after. Now, sadly, the indigenous people have been relegated to a very diminished position here in the United States of America. But let us always honor them, respect them. When I say them, I would say us as well, because I have indigenous heritage, Shinnecock heritage. So let's always remember and honor the people on whose land we are, as long as we are in the contiguous United States of America. Now over there is, I thought that looked familiar. Yeah, that's Jersey City. That is downtown Jersey City. That's pretty much the area where I got the PATH train. Okay, probably should have asked the policeman earlier. So he says this is Battery Park. So I'm in the wrong neck of the woods. I need Bowling Green. All right, so half an hour to the event. Let me step it up here and locate Bowling Green. You see what ignorance does for you? Oh man, I'm like, it's green here. Looks like Bowling Green to me. All right, some beautiful violin music there. All right, let me look for Bowling Green. I will need to ask for directions. So this is called Immigrant Heritage Plaza. Immigrant Heritage Plaza. Let me ask somebody for help here. Hi, how are you? I'm looking for Bowling Green, like the park itself. Is this it?
Yeah, this is it here. What are you looking for exactly? Anything particular?
Yeah, there's meant to be an event. Oh, I think I see
flag
some
raising.
Yeah, flag raising.
Yeah, right on the other side.
You know all about that, huh? Okay.
Yeah, it's scheduled for 12, but I don't know much else about it.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's like just on the other side.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm chronicling this for my YouTube channel.
Okay.
So yeah. So the thing is, my dad is from Kenya, and they're going to raise the Kenyan flag.
Yes.
And then my mom is from New York.
Okay.
So perfect combination.
Yes.
New York and Kenya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try to get over early because I know the mayor is coming.
Yes.
Yeah. So you want to make sure you get a good view.
Okay. Sure. You want to say hi to my YouTube audience?
I actually can.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not allowed to.
All right. Thanks for your help, though. All right. Thank you. Or is there? Oh, there's an entrance here.
Yeah, you can come through here,
Okay.
or you just walk around either way.
Okay.
Go straight right to the flag.
All right. Thank you. Yes. Greetings. Hello. Are you here for the Madaraka Day event?
Yes.
Okay, so I hope so I'm in the right place then.
No, just
Over there.
corner there. We were also
Okay.
doing a search. to
Yes,
find
I
that
ended
place.
up, in fact,
You are not alone.
you're Ngambo.
But we have met the other gentleman. Where is
Okay, on the other side, eh?
he? No, he's
There's
here.
some- okay.
Jambi.
Yeah,
But we're also coming back in 20
okay,
minutes.
all right, okay.
You are Mr.
Osanya,
Osanya.
Osanya, yes.
Osanya.
Yes, Osanya, Raiola Osanya. Correct.
Rayola.
Yes, that's correct.
Rayola rings some bells.
Okay.
Osanya can be many, but huyo ni Robert Amayo.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a pleasure.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. It's a
Pleased
pleasure.
to meet you.
Yeah.
Rayola.
Yes,
That's a unique one.
it is unique. So my father used to go by Osanya Nyinek. So
Nyine.
yeah. So those
Nyi?
Nyinek. Osanya Nyinek.
Osanya Nyine.
Yeah. So he used to be at the Foreign Affairs.
Oh.
Then he also was here at the Permanent Mission. That was 60s. 60s,
60s.
70s. Yes.
So they are like the Kennedy group.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, yes.
Osanya.
Yes.
Then in another 20 minutes we'll be here. Thank you for
Okay.
taking time. It's a working day.
Oh yeah, no, I would not be anywhere
It's
else.
great to see you here.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
All right.
See you in a moment.
Yes, thank you. Very scenic, very beautiful. Now I should have. One of those fellows. I think he is the ambassador. Just given that he gave me his name, and he looks official enough to be the ambassador. So that was nice. I just thought, hey, I'm seeing two men in suits. They look Kenyan enough. There's a Kenyan event going to take place here. So I see some flagpoles here. And so I'd like to presume that this is where the ceremony will be. I see a flag there. It says June 19th. I recognize that flag from somewhere. I'll have to look that up and see what entity this flag is. That Juneteenth, I guess? June 19th. It says June 19th. This has a Juneteenth significance. I'll look that up. And if you know, then please put it here in the comments. What that flag represents, if it represents Juneteenth. And then here's the famous bull that this is from the bull's backside. But you know, this is the famous bull. And it always has a lot of tourists around it taking pictures. That's the bull. So for me, I'm gonna stay within here because I believe this is the area for the flag raising. And so I'll stay here and I'll give you a sweep of the area. I just inquired from one of the gentlemen who is helping with setup, and he says the event is scheduled to start at 2:30. Yes, the event advertised for 12 noon is scheduled to begin at 2:30. The event for which I dashed out of my house, not even completely ready, sweating so I could get to the train station on time, is beginning. Not at 12 noon, but at 2:30. So that means a 2-hour hangout for me in Bowling Green. Sorry.
It might also be that the air doesn't get here till 2:30.
Okay.
So it might start at 2. They throw so many times at us that we have hard time keeping track.
Okay.
So
Alrighty.
it's probably best to be here at 2.
Okay.
Just in case that's the,
Yeah, gotcha.
that's the situation.
Yeah. Well, I'm here. I'll just stick around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're already here, so
I'm filming for my YouTube audience. So I just keep talking to my YouTube audience. Thanks for the help. My name's Raiola.
Paul.
Paul?
Yep.
Wow. My son is called Paul.
Oh, nice. Good name.
Yeah. I love the name. All right, thanks.
No worries.
So my name is Don Otondi. I'm a Kenyan. I work in New York. I represent I'm a town councillor for Pelham as well. And this is I'm really proud to be here. And I have to thank God for all the blessings that He has given us. It's really a historic moment for Kenya, for the mayor of New York City to come down and recognize Kenya and to raise the flag. I think it's, if you know a lot about just the flag and what was fought for the flag, and all the blood spilled, then you know that the flag is something that we hold in very high esteem as Kenyans. And so that the fact that we're going to raise it here in New York City at Wall Street, an important center in New York, is very astounding. It's just incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is the first time, right? That the
Yes,
Kenyan flag has
it's
been
the first
hoisted
time
in New York
my
City?
knowledge that
Yeah.
it's been raised, yes.
Okay.
So we know that the mayor is definitely supportive of the immigrant community, because he's Jamaican, so he understands the immigrant community, and also he also supports the African community as well. So we give thanks to the mayor and all his representatives as well, and we are delighted that he can spare in his busy schedule come down and host this flight for us.
Wonderful. How long have you been here, by the way, in New York?
New
John?
York, I've been here since 2008.
Okay.
So I've been a long time.
Nice. All right. Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
My name is Sabina Wasonga Gitau, and this event is very special. I'm actually here as a Kenyan storyteller. I live in New Jersey and do my performances there. So I was invited to New York, and just to hear that the flag of my home country is being hoisted was an honor. It's such an honor, and I feel like I've come full circle, because growing up in Kenya, one of my teachers in primary school was from New York. So I used to hear about New York as something very distant, and then eventually moved here. So my teacher passed away, Miss Louise Moore, but I feel like this would be an honor if she was able to be here. So I feel like it's the connection between America and Kenya, and it's such an honor that the mayor of New York has taken it upon himself to give us this event, so that the flag of Kenya can be raised in the celebration of Madaraka Day, which is our independence.
Wonderful. Now you said you had a teacher who was from New York. Wonderful. And what's her name again?
Miss Louise Moore.
Okay, wow. Because I also had, I told you that my mother is from New York, and she had a friend from New York in Kenya who was a teacher. So I had thought maybe it was the same person.
Okay.
But her name was Lina Osaga. She was married to a Kenyan. So wonderful, that's amazing. And so you also mentioned that you are from, or a parent of yours is from Rwanda.
Yes.
Rwanda is a country that I love. My wife and I love Rwanda. We lived in Rwanda. I know today's event is about Kenya, but allow me to ask, so have you been to Rwanda?
No, I haven't been to Rwanda because most of my family moved to Uganda during the war in the 50s. So a lot of my relatives are there. And I always say, if I go to Rwanda, I believe I'll never leave. So I maybe jinxed myself. I've never been for that reason. Every time I'm close to going, something happens. But I have a lot of relatives in Uganda that I'm still in touch with. My grandparents are both buried in Uganda. So yes, so I have a village home there, and one day I will make it to Rwanda.
Okay, wonderful. And you speak Kinyarwanda?
Yes, I speak Luganda and Kinyarwanda, but my favorite is Swahili.
All right. Urakoze. So you speak many languages. English, of course, Swahili, Luganda, Kinyarwanda, and any other Kenyan languages?
I speak a little bit of many of the Kenyan languages.
Wow, okay,
Yes.
wow, all right.
I'm very interested in languages, so I
Nice.
can hold a conversation.
Nice.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about, because you're going to do storytelling today during the event?
Yes.
Can you give us a snippet, a
Yes.
teaser on what your story is going to be about?
So my story is a story that's original that I wrote. It's inspired by my growing up in Kenya. It is a story about peace, love, and unity, and it is values that I grew up on. And moving from Kenya a couple of years ago and moving here, I came up with the inspiration to try and keep the values I had in Kenya of love, peace, unity, and humanness, something we call Utu, which in South Africa they say Ubuntu, so just the humanness. So that's what I'll be telling a story about that. It might not be the longer version because it's a busy event, there's so much happening, but at least I'll be able to touch on
Those themes.
Yeah, those themes.
Okay, wonderful. Urakoze chane. And so I'm delighted. This I think is great to find somebody who's also interested in culture. I'm very interested in culture, and I can't wait for the story that today's story, but just even hearing more and more about all the storytelling that you do, and hopefully attend some events. So wonderful.
The mayor of New York, and also to Ambassador Amayo. My name is Sabina Wasonga Gitau. I'm a storyteller from Kenya, and I'm honored to be here today. My first grade teacher was an American from New York, all the way back in Kenya. So this is full circle for me. I want to tell a short story of a little boy who asked his grandfather, "What are you doing with your hands?" And his grandfather said, "I need you to bring me seeds. I need you to bring me sticks. I need you to bring me seeds. I need you to bring me reeds, and also bring me wood and sticks and string." So what happened? This old Mzee Juma was working with his hands, and the little boy wanted to understand, what is my grandfather doing? And the grandfather took the seeds and told his grandfather, the seeds are like us people. We look different on the outside. Some of us are tall, some of us are short, some of us are fast runners, some of us are not fast runners. We are different from the outside, but on the inside, we are the same. Utu, can we say Utu, the
Utu. Utu is the Swahili word for humanness. So we are different seeds, but we have the same humanness. Then the grandfather continued working with his hands, and then he said, "Oh, my grandson, these are reeds." Took the reeds and put them together so tightly, and told his grandfather, "These reeds always stay tightly together." Can we all say Umoja? They stay tightly together in unity. Unity, Umoja. And then the grandfather kept on working with his hands, and the grandson said, "What is that now? Why do you have string?" He was tying the reeds together with string, and he said, "This string that ties the reeds together is love. Love and respect for our culture. Love and respect for the things that make us who we are." And then lastly, grandfather took wood, and the grandson said, "What is this, grandfather? What are you doing?" He said, "The wood protects the seed inside the reeds held together by the string." So can we say Utu? In South Africa, they say Ubuntu. Can we say Utu? Ubuntu. Unity. Can we say Umoja? Unity. Umoja. Can we say peace? Amani. Peace. Amani. Can we say Upendo? Love. Upendo. Now, if you give me a second, I will show you what the grandfather was making for his grandson. He was making a kayamba. You see the wood in there. You see the string. You see the seeds, the reeds. Inside there's seeds. Now, my brother from Congo is going to help me, and we're going to join in together. Oh, lily, oh, lily, oh, lily, oh. Oh, lily, oh, say songea. Oh, lily, oh, lily, oh, oh, lily, oh, songea. Oh, lily, oh, lily, oh, oh, lily, oh, songea. Kata mwendo, songea. Na ufike, songea. Kata mwendo, songea. Na ufike, songea. Oh, lily, oh, lily, oh, oh, lily, oh, songea. Oh, lily, oh, lily, oh, oh, lily, oh, songea. Kata mwendo, songea. Na ufike, songea. Kata mwendo, na ufike. Asante sana. Let us stay united like the seeds inside this kayamba. If you stay united in love and keep your culture, look what happens. Even if you get sickness like COVID, you get attacks, you're safe in there. We're different, but we're the same. Asanteni sana.
So my name is Dr. Ngugi Mukora Kinyungu, and Kenyan, living here in New York. Excited to be here at Bowling Green for the flag raising of our Kenyan flag, which for me is an amazing thing for me. I've been here in the US many years. I can't tell you the last or when I actually saw my Kenyan flag going up, and so to see that here in the city is amazing for me. It's a happy moment. Reminds me of what Kenya represents. And Kenya represents a lot of hard work, represents a lot of struggle, and represents people who have a vision and who work very hard towards that vision. And so to have that opportunity where the mayor gives us the opportunity is amazing. As hopefully you guys will see here, the colors that are represented here by our people who've come out in force are beautiful and amazing, and it's just it's a testament to the power that Kenyans have and the spirit that Kenyans have of unity and how they spread it and how we uplift each other.
Nice. Excellent. And you had mentioned to me an association of Kenyans.
Yeah.
What's the name, or a little bit about the association?
Yeah, so I'm the chair of the New York Kenyans Association, and what we did, we started this association about 3 years ago to try and bring all the Kenyans in New York together. Because what we realize is there are a lot of Kenyans in New York, but we are spread out. And so to build a sense of community, a sense of togetherness, to help each other, to uplift each other, we started the group. And I, along with a few other founders, I think there were 13 or 14 of us, started this about 3 years ago. And we've grown now to 170 people. And some of them are here today. And what we do is we have events where we bring Kenyans together. And we also have
an actual plan of how we can uplift the community and bring what the community needs. So things in terms of education and healthcare and the youth. So very excited to be part of this community and the people who are in the community.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
All right.
In Kenya, we have a very special way that we welcome, and we're going to do it. Munakumbuka makofi ya kilo? Munayakumbuka? Haya, tuanze sasa. Twende, twende. Everyone, please join. Thank you. Asante, sana. Asante. Bowling Green, thank you. Mayor, thank you. Commissioners, simameni, simameni. Haya, haya. Simameni, simameni. Thank you. Ambassador, Amayo, umekuja hapa. Thank you, thank you. Mrs. Jennifer, asante, asante. Haya, makofi sasa. Tunafanya ya kufunga na kufungua. Twende, haya, twende, twende. Funga, funga, fungua. Haya. Thank you so much that we're able to see our flag here. Thank you, Mayor Adams and the team. We really appreciate this. I'm going to do a very short spoken word. We say poem or shairi, and you can follow either in Kiswahili, you can follow in English, or you can follow in both. Madaraka. Tarehe moja mwezi wa sita mwaka wa 1963 tukapata madaraka Kenya yetu. Jubilations and celebrations, Kenyans rejoicing. Tuliwashinda, tukawapiga mabeberu. Jumping up and down, the fruits of our leaders fighting. Tunawakumbuka wapigania uhuru. Tunayajua majina yao. Dedan Kimathi, Koitalel Arap Samoei, Tom Mboya, Harry Thuku. Tunawakumbuka wengine wengi, wote ni wetu. In leaps and bounds, Kenya is growing. Tukapata nchi yetu ya Kenya, nchi yetu nzuri, usiwe na wivu. Kenyans steady and hardworking, Kenyans free, spreading their wings to New York arriving. Tukafika hapa mji wa New York kwa mawingu. Kenyans in New York, many years after June 1, 1963. Kenyans in New York, many years after June 19, 1865. Tukapata wengine walipigania madaraka huku. Tunayajua majina yao. Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth. Tuko hapa New York, mji mzuri kweli, usiwe na wivu. Tunafurahia sisi wa Kenya, Kenya nchi yetu. Tunafurahia sisi Amerika, Amerika nchi yetu. Tunafurahia New York, New York mji wetu. Madaraka Day, a day of self-rule, a beautiful day. Juneteenth, a day of freedom, a beautiful day. Madaraka and Juneteenth, jubilation for all. Thank you.
Well, my name is Akinyi Vivian. I've lived here in New York for the past 30 years, New York City. And as soon as I heard that we're raising a flag besides the one at the UN at the Wall Street, I couldn't believe it. And I'm so happy. I've met the mayor a couple times. And for him to acknowledge East Africa or Kenya for our independence, which is Madaraka 60th anniversary, I am more proud to be a Kenyan in New York City, and I hope from generation to generation, and I am lucky to be the first one of the first among us others to see the flag raised for the first time in Wall Street. So this is quite a day. I don't even know how to express until the mayor will come. But the flag hasn't been raised yet, but it's just halfway up. So I am so happy and looking forward for this event. And now knowing that the flag is going to be here for 1 week, I'm so more than a proud Kenyan. As you can see, I'm wearing my own flag as well as a Kenyan. So I'm thrilled and overjoyed, excitement, and for all the Kenyans and everyone out there should see this, that this is it's something that it's going to change our lives, Kenyans in community, abroad, overseas, diaspora. This is a step for something greater and better, and the acknowledgement is very, very important. So that's all I can say. So I'm thrilled and happy to be here.
Thank you very much. And so just as Akinyi has said, the Kenya flag is raised every day at the UN. I presume it's also raised at the consulate.
Correct.
But this is different, okay? At the UN, everyone's flag is raised. This is Kenya flag raised at Wall Street.
By the bull.
In the right by the bull in the financial district. So this is very special. So thank you very much, Akinyi.
Thank you very much. Asante sana and karibu.
This is a nice sunny day, just like it is in Kenya.
That's right.
The Kenyans brought a Kenyan weather with us today. To get this show on the road, let me call on, there are a few people that will be speaking before the mayor gets here. I'm going to call on the chair of Bowling Green Association, Arthur Piccolo. Arthur is going to get us started off. He's going to welcome you and go from there, and then he's gonna hand you off to the MC for today's event. Thank you for your patience. A few things are happening that led to this delay. Let me just say that up front. Sorry about the delay in starting. Between the weather and some other scheduling conflicts, this is happening. But we're here now, and let's all be happy. Let's show some smile, please. Arthur, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming to Bowling Green. I'm Arthur Piccolo. There is absolutely no better place in the United States to be raising your Kenyan flag to fly besides our American flag, because the very most important and historic flag raising in all of American history took place right here where we are, when on November 25th, 1783, General George Washington came to New York City and Lower Manhattan and Bowling Green for only one reason: to declare the final victory of America over the British oppressors and the beginning of a new nation. And there is no better place for you to celebrate your independence than here. So thank you for coming, and you must continue to come back every year from now, even 100 years from now. When we're all gone, let other Kenyans stand here and remember what took place here in June of 2023. So thank you again, and it's my pleasure to introduce one of Mayor Adams' two of Mayor outstanding commissioners, but one who will be MC today, Commissioner Manuel Castro.
Thank you, Arthur Piccolo, and as always, thank you to the Bowling Green Association for this amazing partnership that allows us to uplift and celebrate our immigrant communities in New York. Give it up for the Kenyan immigrant community in New York! Make some noise! My name is Manuel Castro. I'm the Commissioner for the Mayor's Office of Immigrant Affairs, and I am very honored to be here celebrating Kenyan and Kenyan Americans and Kenyan New Yorkers on this beautiful day today. First of all, I want to say that there's no better place, like Arthur said, to be celebrating Kenyan Independence Day, Kenyan Self-Governance Day, than this very location.
At the Hunts Point in the borough of the Bronx, there are winter trading seasons, which I think should be open to the outside world, especially Kenya. While this is happening to a lesser extent, internationally formalizing this aspect will add currency to the New York City. We are on the right side of history to make this happen. The African Union is at its peak, engaging the rest of the world in the developmental blueprint of Agenda 2063?
Mine is really nice to have everyone here today. It's very good and joyful to see you all today to mark 60 years of Madaraka, which is really 60 years of internal self-rule by the Kenyans after being colonized for 40 years. As we celebrate this today, we must continue to remember the sacrifices made by those who preceded us in leadership, and also as Africans in the diaspora and those back at home.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it's an honor to stand on this momentous occasion of Kenya's 60th Independence Day celebration. We are gathered here in a vibrant city of New York under the esteemed presence of the Honorable Mayor Eric Adams, who has graciously officiated this event by raising the flag of Kenya high along the Ambassador of Kenya, Ambassador Lazarus Amayo, and other esteemed diplomats. I would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the upcoming celebration of World Kiswahili Language Day, which will be observed 7th July next week. As we reflect on the journey towards independence, we must also recognize the broader significance of this moment. The future is bound to look more African, with the youthful population in Africa set to play a pivotal role. It is therefore imperative that we highlight the importance of our children learning Swahili language, as they are the future, and the future is looking more African.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. In absentia, let me recognize the Mayor of New York. I hope he'll join us soon. The leadership of the City of New York, the commissioners that are present here, the New York African Council leadership, the leadership of the Kenyan diaspora here in New York, distinguished guests, fellow Kenyans, ladies and gentlemen. I'm indeed honored on this occasion to witness the raising of the Kenyan flag here in Manhattan. This is a significant event when, of course, it is linked to Madaraka Day, that is 1st of June 1963, the day on which Kenya obtained internal self-governance. Independence was 6 months yet to come. So on 1st of June 1963, we became what was described as a country allowed to set its priorities, but we were still under the British government. 6 months later, on 12th of December 1963, Kenya became now an independent country with Mzee Jomo Kenyatta as the Prime Minister, but we were not a republic yet. We were like Canada or Australia, which are independent, have their own government, but the head of state was still, in our case, Her Majesty the Queen. It took another 12 months. December 1964, 12th December 1964 is when now Kenya became a republic, with the Prime Minister Jomo Kenyatta becoming the first president of independent Kenya as a republic. And so we are honored that you've joined us, and I must thank you for the attention span. I was here around midday, and I met Mr. Radir here, and also met Dr. Kinyungu and a few others, and they've been here ever since. Market capitalization of 26 trillion and 2,400 listed companies. No city compares with New York. And so in December last year, after the US-Africa Summit, His Excellency President William Ruto visited New York, the Wall Street, and participated in the closing bell at the stock exchange. Commissioners, in the absence of the mayor, my greatest plea would be to say, Kenya, I'm told His Worship the Mayor is behind me. May I have the privilege of at least saying hello to you? Yeah, you see, God only gave us two eyes that look in front. You need somebody else to see behind to remind me that His Worship the Mayor is here with us. Your Worship, my greatest plea is to say that Africa is ready for business with the United States. Would be glad if Your Worship could lead a business delegation to Africa, and Kenya offers itself as a gateway through which the business persons from the city of New York can look at the promising investment opportunities in Africa, which has very high returns. And why do I say so, Your Worship? With a population of 1.3 billion people and a largely youthful population, Africa is a continent to watch. Now, we have the largest number of fast-growing economies. If you take the Kenyan case, we grow at a rate of 5 to 6% for the last 15 years. And we are the third largest economy in sub-Saharan Africa, the fifth in the whole of Africa, most liberalized, with protection for investment, liberalized foreign exchange regime, and a gateway, as I said earlier on, to the whole of Africa. Would be glad to receive you in Africa. And as I said, my own president was here and participated in the event of closing the stock exchange, or that ringing of the bell, the closing of the bell on that occasion.
Happy Madaraka, and much to you. When you think about it, don't be disconnected from the importance of the moment. When you see that right here on this spot was where African ancestors were sold into slavery, when you see some of the impact of what has happened to the continent of Africa, it shows the resiliency of the people. And do not remove yourself from the success that New York is one of the most important cities in America. And so to my people of Kenya, just as you fought for your independence 50 years ago, you have to acknowledge the success. When I went to Africa, one of my 7 visits, I saw that our ancestors left in slavery, but I returned with the mayoralty. There's an African that is the mayor of the city of New York. And you should never remove yourself from that reality. Today, we are raising the flag of Kenya. The first time in the history of this city that this flag is going to be raised. It is going to be raised because I believe that this city is representative from all the groups. The number of countries that have had their flag raised here for the first time. As mayor, I must not only be substantive to deal with public safety, to deal with education and housing, to deal with homelessness. I also must be symbolic. I must send a signal that no matter where you come from on the globe, if you're from South America, Central America, from Europe, from any place, you are part of the New York experience. And so today, when we raise this flag, we raise the energy and spirit of the people of Kenya, that you are part of the New York experience. Your contribution, your commitment, your song, your dance, your food, your culture, your energy is united with the greatness of this great city. So I thank you. Let's continue to lift each other up with song, with encouragement, with the spirit and energy of our ancestors as we continue to bring our city and country to where we want it to be. For our ambassador, good to see you, brother.
We grow the best black tea and coffee globally. A taste of Kenyan tea and Kenyan coffee will make a difference.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Makofi, makofi, makofi. Asanti, Mayor. Asanti, sana. Simameni, tafadhali. Simameni, Mayor. Thank you for having us. We wouldn't be here without you. Thank you. Makofi ya funga, funga, fungua, pop. Mayor, we have something here for you. We Kenyans have now become known for the Kenyan bracelet. We want to give one to you. Makofi! Thank you, thank you, thank you. We also have our wonderful culture, the Maasai, and we want to, I know it's a hot day, Mayor, please apologize, but we have this for you. Briefly, please, if you can. Makofi, 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 makofi. Thank you so much.
And it's a non-stop flight, only 15 hours.
Yes.
We fly daily. And we look forward to having you on board.
Yes. Only Kenya would do a commercial.
The